the winner of this best of 3 will go on to face Team Bamboozle in the finals.
Indeed, they're going to go on to lose to Team Bamboozle in the finals.
That is to be determined.
I'm not biased at all, I promise.
No, we have an unbiased casting team here.
Yeah, completely unbiased casting duo, I promise. All right, let's see here.
So the Corky ban coming out from the side of Cloud Genesis, not wanting to let Cavendish on that champion, which output massive damage numbers last game. Pretty good ban.
What are you going to keep banning against Cavendish? They're giving out this Respect KO ban, which have not seen Cavendish play necessarily.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that's directed at Cavendish, maybe Pudgemeister, but I want to see the Ribbon ban.
But it's not on there either, and it's like a 1-1 on Pudgemeister's history, and there goes that Callista, and you have to feel that
unless they're gonna first pick the Ribbon. They're going to end up playing against it.
Okay, there goes the Rakan ban. But what are you going to ban out from Cavendish, though? I mean, he plays Orianna, too, which he dragged the losing and dead carcass of AD Cuties across their third game line on their last series.
Yeah, some amazing Orianna ultimates coming out from Cavendish.
Amazing Orianna ults to pull them out of almost like a 10K deficit. That number's going to keep getting bigger every time I say it. But... really just cranking it out. Speaking of crank, Blitzcrank. Interesting.
So Han going to be on the Blitzcrank.
Yep, and if pattern follows, this is going to be a first pick Ribbon. Or a second pick Ribbon, I should say. But maybe they're looking to leave it. Yep, they grabbed that Maokai.
Yeah,
I mean, to be fair, they know that...
pick right now.
Yeah, and to be fair, they know that Cloud Genesis isn't going to pick Ribbon, so... All right, well, that locks Cho'Gath into the jungle position.
The Orianna taken away from Cavendish.
Taken away from Cavendish. Excellent. But, I mean, you might just end up leaving Syndra for Cavendish here, which is not a bad pick. It's a heavy front line to run the Syndra into, but leaves it up. I would expect to see an AD carry pick here. Kog'Maw is actually a decent pick at this point, or you could try and pick a... Kha'Zix. Interesting. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be a Gnar Maokai top lane. Definitely going to be better for the Axolotl guy, I feel. I feel like that's going to be a fairly easy matchup for him to get a decent lead and try and push in. As well as Kha'Zix into Cho'Gath.
Yeah, I imagine he's trying to go for some early game cheese maybe, waiting around in bushes, because Cho'Gath early on, not very tanky, and not really able to duel at all.
Yeah, not super able to duel, but also doesn't really have to. I mean, he's one of the few champions that he waits for counter ganks and otherwise just waits to get to level 6. Becomes this giant raid boss that walks around and tries to generally ignore everybody and make them get out of the way. Yep, there's the Syndra ban.
Trying to thin out Cavendish's champion pool here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea. They don't have enough bans to really target King Goldchain, and he's proven that he can play pretty much anything that's meta. So pushing Cavendish onto something suboptimal that can't carry is a good point to target here. I wouldn't even be surprised to see another one, perhaps a Victor or a Talia aimed at Cavendish to really shove him onto a final. Nope, but there's the Kog'Maw. All right. Didn't want to give that over.
You have to think that maybe they want to try and counter the Blitzcrank with the Sivir or Morgana support. Something that completely shuts that down in the bot lane.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and there's the Sivir.
There's the Sivir into a Twitch. Sivir Janna. All right, this is going to be a fast team. Oh, I feel bad for this Twitch. He's going to have a Righteous Glory Sivir Cho'Gath chasing him down for some delicious bites.
Cavendish hovering the Gangplank.
That would be interesting. I'm not sure if they would want to go for that full AD team. But he's hovering. We're not going to see a... Oh!
Is that a Blitzcrank
Is that a Nami
middle?
mid? I think Blitzcrank mid or Nami mid? Interesting. All right. Well, if we thought their first pick was interesting... We thought their first draft was interesting. This is definitely a step above. Oh, man.
So let's see if it shows the champion. Okay, champions trading. Is that going to be
it should show the trade after.
Kha'Zix in the middle?
Well, I mean, maybe it's a Kha'Zix mid. I can't see the summoners, so it's hard to tell. But I can't imagine you're going to have a Blitzcrank into a Gnar. That just feels so bad. Like, that just seems like such a bad idea.
Yeah, he would just be able to chase you down, and especially in the early game, levels 2 or 3.
Yeah, just it's a horrible matchup. Unless
And his
Gnar does
E just
something
completely
super dumb.
counters the pool.
This is it. It's a Kha'Zix mid, Maokai jungle, and a Blitzcrank top. All right, interesting. Unless I'm hitting a spectator bug, that's the game that we're going into.
Yeah, we'll confirm once we get in the game, but I can't imagine why they would opt into the Blitzcrank top. The Riven was available, which
Riven
is
was
Punchmeister's
available,
favorite
which
champion.
does perfectly fine into Gnar. Can really abuse him in mini form.
Yeah, and able to counter out Gnar's kiting ability with his multiple dashes.
Yeah,
So
with
very
multiple
curious.
dashes, can interrupt with a hop with a third jump from Riven, as well as just really all in the Gnar super well. So they are putting all of their eggs in King Goldchain's basket and hoping that Cavendish can pick up some stuff on the other side. They've picked the equivalent of a tank, 2 supports, and a distraction to try and get King Goldchain ahead. So
Just gonna go ahead and make an announcement onto the Discord.
yeah, that there's a Kha'Zix mid. Well, let's wait. It might be a spectator bug. It is possible.
That's
If we
true. We'll
get-
wait till loading screen. but
Let's wait till loading screen. If it's there in loading screen,
then we will
more
get
than
everybody
happy.
into viewing this game.
Yeah, interesting.
Also interesting
thought.
to see the cleanse opt into on the Sivir. Not really any hard CC except for the Nami bubble or the Maokai ultimate, but you can't really cleanse the Blitzcrank hook. So
Yeah, you know you can't super cleanse it. I think you can cleanse flash like a Lee Sin thing, but you're always gonna get pulled somewhat. I think that's more just for Maokai and bubbles. You can get it for Maokai and bubbles.
yeah, I think I would have liked to see the barrier here on Sivir because her spell shield's gonna help her against the few forms of CC that they have.
I agree.
And barrier very useful in lane in these early trades.
Maybe it's just a desire to sit still and not have to worry about any kind of CC, pop that ultimate, and just instantly run around free hitting anything. But I don't know. Gonna be interesting. Yes, Kate.
Yeah, I'm still very excited to
man.
see. Very excited to see what these picks are and if we are seeing the right thing.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be an interesting game for sure. They're going to go Ardent, clearly. What I want to hear some theories from you on what you think Blitzcrank top build is going to look like.
If it is a Blitzcrank top, I imagine he would go something like Iceborne Gauntlet first to get some armor, and also have a little bit of utility added to his kit with the slows. Then I have to imagine he would probably go full tank after that, because I mean it's not like Blitzcrank is going to be able to auto attack a Sivir ulted team at all.
That makes sense. What do you think about maybe getting a Righteous Glory first? You know, just screw lane phase. Let's get a Righteous Glory on there and just run at Sivir and try and pop her up and pull her.
Yeah, that is possible, but I think I would prefer to see that on the Maokai.
I mean, you could do both. It's possible. But yeah,
The
no,
double Righteous Glory, that's true.
we are eagerly awaiting exactly what this is going to be here. All right. Moment of
Our
truth.
moment of truth. Let's see this. Axolot Guy. Or actually, Pudgemeister, what are you playing?
Yep. Interesting. I can't handle this.
Yeah, this is just too much
Can't handle the
suspense. Come on,
suspense.
client.
Yep, that is a Blitzcrank top with Ignite. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a
we
very
are
disrespectful pick. All right,
Thi-
let's announce this in the Discord.
Yeah, definitely. This seems like it can't be anything other than disrespectful, to be perfectly honest. Difficult to see how this is possibly going to do anything other than suffer. I mean, maybe if... I'm trying to think. The last time this was run, Soaz was on Fnatic the first time. And it was the last game of summer that didn't matter. And I think they were just trying to run a Dota comp was the idea. They were going to run a Dota
Okay.
2 comp.
It's a very fast-paced pit comps, skill shots flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's just so difficult to see how that's going to try and work out for them.
Yeah, and with that Severed Spell Shield, how exactly is AD Cuties going to get onto her and lock her down against this very mobile and very shield-heavy team?
Well, we are in game for our game 2 of AD Cuties versus Cloud Genesis. AD Cuties have picked an interesting team comp with another heavy all eggs in King Goldchain's basket. Late game, this team is going to be all about peeling that Twitch and trying to hold him off and hoping that Cavendish gets something on the side.
Unless Blitzcrank does decide to go full AP, this is going to be a full physical damage threat comp from the side of AD Cuties.
Also true.
Makes it pretty easy to build for Gnar and Cho'Gath.
What does Blitzcrank have here? Oh. What does Blitzcrank have? I think what I took.
Yeah, he did start with the Sapphire Crystal, so you'd think he's going for that Glacial Shroud into Gauntlet.
And he doesn't have any ability power runes. He's definitely starting at base that. It looks like he has a little bit of extra attack speed along with his armor and magic resist. And of course, if you have the Nami and the Blitzcrank, you're going to go for that early invade. And that's what they're doing. They got a 5-stack in this bush. They're going to try and walk in and get themselves off to a good start.
Cloud Genesis not even showing their faces in their own jungle for fear of this.
Yeah. You have to know this is coming, though. This
seems
like it's advertised from. Yep, they put that ward in. They know it's coming. They back up. Because there's no way you don't invade with the Maokai, Kha'Zix, Blitzcrank, Nami. You've got a hook, a bubble, isolation, and a slow. But no harm, no foul. They put down a couple of wards and they walk out. Cho'Gath heads towards top. Try and pick up that blue buff first instead.
A little surprising that Axolot guy and Cthulhu didn't take the opportunity to ward the topside jungle of AD Cuties there.
Cthulhu. But
Cthulhu.
Yes. It is a little surprising, but maybe they didn't, they weren't too concerned with it from the beginning. Oh, and there's the Blitzcrank troll. Yep. Cho'Gath's just going to wait for it to walk around. Doesn't have any kind of a choice.
But now Axolot guy gets some poke on the Pudgemeister.
He does. It's a lot. He's bringing him down to 50%.
About half health. Yeah.
One more Q from him would have popped that Blitzcrank passive. That's huge in lane.
And keep in mind, Blitzcrank did not choose to bring teleport. He's not going to be able to go back to base when his health is taken low by this Gnar.
He's not. Also, interesting to note that Goldchain has brought the Relic Shield in. So he's not expecting to fight much early. Just wants to get his support to that Ardent Sensor as quickly as possible.
Yeah, both these supports just looking to buff up their AD carries with the Ardent Sensor. But one thing I'm concerned about on the side of Cloud Genesis is how that Orianna ball is going to get into the middle of the team. You have the Gnar Rage Bar, and you're going to have to play around that perfectly, because otherwise there's not really a ball delivery system.
You could wait for the Sivir ult plus the Righteous Glory Cho'Gath to just run straight at the other team and try and blow it up that way.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to try and get the Rupture onto Twitch so he can get right onto him, and then that would be a great time to release the Shockwave from Orianna.
They have some decent engage tools on the other side. AD Cutie has the ability to Maokai ult. They can get in a Nami wave and try and clear out and get this fight started. But it also seems like the best thing that Cloud Genesis can do is start an objective and make AD Cuties run at them. Because with Janna, Sivir, Orianna, Gnar, and Cho'Gath, the best thing that can happen to them, correct me if I'm wrong, is for people to run at them. Makes it way easier for them to set up all their stuff.
Yeah, the main thing that Cloud Genesis is going to need to do is keep good vision control this game, because if that Blitzcrank gets around the back wall of a Dragon Pit or behind a Baron and pulls someone out, they're sure as dead.
They are definitely sure as dead. Oh, everybody saw that, Axel guy. You missed it. We're all going to judge you for it. But
he is up 8 to 2 CS.
He is. Blitzcrank is basically giving up this lane. Until he gets closer. You can see Maokai starting to make his way up there. He's stopping for the Scuttle Crab for a moment. But he's on that side, and Cho'Gath is nowhere near that side. So the Axolotl guy is going to have to respect this. Blitzcrank has way too many minions, though. If we take a look up here, he's got almost, 10 minions under tower. He cannot afford to try and follow up on that thing.
Good trades here by Cloud Genesis' bot lane, taking advantage of that Janna shield early on.
Definitely. Well, and one of the things that they did super well in their last game was the early trades, the sub trades. They got a kill on the Alistar, or on the Xayah in the Alistar Nami matchup, which is not an easy thing to do. It was just after that they made some rather questionable decisions on dives and where to show up and let the Callista really get ahead. Yeah, this is just rough for this Blitzcrank.
Yeah, I want to see
tower, gave him a free tower shot, and Gnar's already almost back to full health.
I want to see Cho'Gath focus that top side and gank the Blitzcrank multiple times, try and really abuse that lane matchup.
Yeah, because I mean, if Blitzcrank pulls in the wrong person and he's behind, he just instantly gets popped. So could really be a point of strength for them. And who's gonna answer the split pushing Gnar in late game from AD Cuties? They could send Cavendish, but late game Gnar, I feel like is just gonna ignore him or kill him. You know?
Yeah, with the Cleaver Frozen Mallet completed, eventually he's gonna be able to run down anyone on the side of AD Cuties here.
Definitely. Well, we can see Maokai starting to make some moves down bottom. He's got the scuttle there, and he walks around to the plant. And you see him; he's prepping for this fight. And he's sitting on the plant. He's ready. Nope. Just gonna recall. Decided it's not worth it. And you know it's hard. Your Twitch has a relic shield. What's he gonna bring to a fight other than a little bit of extra health? So I decided to just give it up. However, Ryder has not given it up. He's chilling in this bush. I don't know if he knows that other side is warded, though. Now,
Blitzcrank having a pretty awful time still.
Yeah. Pudgemeister is down 21, 20 CS. That is so unfortunate. He's got a huge wave at his tower, but don't know if he's going to be able to take anything there.
Wow, look at that burst damage coming out of Cavendish on the Kha'Zix.
Yeah, I have to criticize Pi Cthulhu a little bit because he's got decent damage and he keeps walking away from his minions, giving Kha'Zix that free isolation buff. It doesn't do extra damage at this point, I believe. No, it does. It does. That's not in the upgrade. It's standard now. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah.
But giving him that free isolation buff, when I feel like if he just stood next to his minions, he could win those trades straight up. Yeah, Azure, despite having the better presence in lane, I feel, is definitely losing in CS, almost by 14 CS. That is a massive deficit for an AD carry who's been pressuring the lane.
Yeah,
must be losing too many to
maybe account it to nerves.
Yep, there you go. See, now Pikaboo was learning, didn't leave the minion wave.
Yeah, and you can just stand in this. Oh, okay. Yep. He did have Shockwave available, but he might have gotten it after it was too late to use it on Cavendish there.
Yeah, and I think he's very low on mana, so he's just gotten some back, but he might not have had enough at the time. Shockwave is 180? I think it's 100, right?
Yeah, I think 100 sounds right.
Yeah. Click here. It's 100, yeah. So, might have just been low. He's sitting on 200 mana now, so another all-in from Cavendish could be lethal for him. There's a Maokai and a Cho'Gath walking at each other in top lane. Sounds like the beginning of a joke.
Maokai is going to pick up the Scuttle Crab.
Yep.
Head back into his own jungle.
Ryder giving him a lot of respect, despite having priority in both top and mid lane. Just gives that Scuttle up to Kenny.
The Axel guy opting to teleport back into the top lane after shoving the wave in. Just keeping the pressure up constantly.
Relentless. And Blitzcrank went tier first.
So he's going to have absolutely nothing from that buy.
Nothing in lane. In fact, he's not even going to really be able to stack that tier super well. All of his abilities have decent cooldowns. So it seems just like a super greedy pick and a super greedy first buy.
Yeah, I would love to see a cloth armor instead of the boots there.
Cloth armor or glacial shroud, you know, something that can
really
give him some CDR, armor, and mana if you go that way. But a tier is rough.
Yeah,
tier loses you. Every single all-in and trade you take is gonna lose.
You also wonder which tier upgrade he's planning to build that into. Is it the Archangels or the Mana Mune?
I have to feel like he's gonna go Archangels. How many autos is he actually gonna get off in the fight on a relevant market? It can't be that many.
Is this just the troll Blitzcrank build where you go full mana to get your shield very large?
He's gonna go Rod of Ages next and
Yeah.
Frozen Heart. Yeah, I don't know. Cavendish co-jungling with his Maokai. Uh-oh, Oriana's walking straight into this. Hello? Match? There we go. Going down, and she's definitely going to go down here. Walk straight into that. I didn't even get to see what happened. Just walked right into it. But at the same time, the Exotl guy gets into an all-in on Blitzcrank. All right, let's pull up these time controls. I'm going to do a quick replay. We're going to jump back 15 seconds. This is just a straight auto loss. The only thing that even makes that close is the ignite, and in the end of the day, it's not enough. All right, jumps alive. Well, at the end of the day, this is a 1-to-1, but a solid 400 gold lead for AD Cuties. Coming right out of that bot lane, Azure is just down 22 CS. Although, I mean, there's 50 in the top lane. So where is this gold coming from? The Relic. It's the Relic Shield. Yep. Relic Shield has gotten them 360 gold in the lead here. So this Relic Shield has not been punished, and it's working out for them pretty well. They're not even losing trades anymore at this point. What do you think of this Relic Shield start, Mr. Mageman? I might have lost my co-host. Let's see. Unfortunate for a moment. He'll be right back, I'm sure. But it's back to just me. Solo show of Hipster Dragon. All right. Well, we have Cavendish and Maokai roaming up top. Kenny and Cavendish just sitting there, tied at the hip, walking around, holding hands. As this Twitch continues to exert an insane amount of influence, with the Relic Shield just paying dividends on everything they're trying to do. All right, yep, that's the Gnar damage we're talking about. Blitzcrank just can't do anything here, as Gnar gets the free 1v2 kill. Probably going to go down here to Maokai, but there's just absolutely nothing they could do. All right. Well, I mean, with a firm hand on this bot lane, Sivir and Janna just walk away, letting Nami and Twitch take complete control.
All right, I am back. Sorry about the disappearance.
It is all right. It looks like Gnar is just continuing to exert his influence on top lane. And Blitzcrank picks up double longsword on his back. I have no idea what he's trying to do.
Yeah, Gnar with the very early 11-minute Black Cleaver, and Blitzcrank with no armor, just going to be dealing true damage with his Gnar autos.
Yeah.
Very, very surprised by this Blitzcrank skill
Han
pack.
takes a huge amount of damage, but manages to just ult and back away. Ryder comes running out of the jungle, but without a Righteous Glory or anything, that's pretty much all he's doing. Riding along.
Yeah, they do get the Nami ult there, so not complete waste of his time, but...
Get some breathing room for...
Yeah, Sivir down a pretty significant amount of CS at this point.
Ah, that's just one triple combo. Takes down easily a third of his health. I feel like Sivir and Janna could have punished this Relic Shield much harder.
Yeah, I'm really surprised to see a 30 CS deficit on the side of Sivir and Janna.
Definitely. That is almost all of their lead is coming from this Relic Shield. That is at 475 gold, in addition to this massive 330 CS lead over Azure. Let's see. The jungle also, Maokai is farming much better than Cho'Gath. The numbers are the same, but he is, with his kill, almost 800 gold up over his counterpart.
Yeah, Cho'Gath not really able to exert the early jungle pressure he would have liked to. especially up in that top lane where Gnar solo killed the Blitzcrank 2 times.
Yeah, well, and while these solo kills are definitely a problem for AD Cuties, both of their kills came with assists. And those assists, that assist gold is showing in their current lead right now.
Yeah, gonna start onto the dragon actually, is Kenny from AD Cuties.
Starts it and immediately walks away as he decides to give Cavendish the blue buff instead. Cavendish rushing that Duskblade, a very good item on Kha'Zix, synergizes a lot with almost every part of his kit. The ultimate, the jump, walking from bushes, everything. So I'm interested to see what he goes after Wings. We have seen a lot of pros first evolve R in the jungle, but not time for that. Ryder gets jumped on, misses the Rupture, and is getting ignited by Cavendish. This might actually be him going down as Cavendish jumps in for that other Duskblade proc we were talking about. It makes Cthulhu have to flash away, but right now that is just a solo kill for Cavendish on Ryder. Caught him in the jungle.
It's me!
Yeah, AD Cuties gonna take over this bottom half of the jungle, pick up the red buff, and pretty much the bot lane of
Cavendish is posturing a little more than he maybe should have, but that is completely whipped ultimate by Pi Cthulhu as the Exalted guy also gets interrupted on his jump, and so does Pi Cthulhu go down. What are they doing? They had no vision. They knew that the bot lane was there. The most they were going to get was one kill and still end up trading. So instead of getting everything they wanted, they give Blitzcrank free time up top, lose 2 more kills, and lose the Infernal Dragon.
Yeah, disastrous play from Cloud Genesis there, really trying to force it with the Orianna and the Gnar.
Ryder's coming in. He could flash. He could flash. Nope. Doesn't want to do it. Lets it go.
Yeah, maybe a flash and a death at this point, not worth it for the Infernal Drake.
Probably not. They do have a better scaling team, so it might have been worth a shot there, but it looks like, let's check it out, it's going to be a Cloud Drake next, so maybe kicking himself a little bit, wondering if that was a good idea, but ultimately his 2 teammates just killed themselves, so perhaps the overall better plan here.
Yeah, the game not out of control at this point. It's still a 3k gold difference in the lead for AD Cuties, so definitely room for Cloud Genesis to try and close that gap.
Well, and Cloud Genesis, just like last time, a lot of their strength is going to be in the team fights. They need to force AD Cuties to group up and fight them as a team. They're not getting to these objectives first. They're not making the first moves around towers. And so instead of having the objective-based, team fight-based fights that they want, they're getting picked off one by one.
And Pi Cthulhu not showing respect to the Kha'Zix. Absolutely no armor picked up yet.
None. Looks like he's going to go for that Morellonomicon first. Maybe looking to cut down on some of the healing off of the Maokai and the Twitch. But, yeah, you're right. Even just getting an arm guard might have been good here.
Yeah, a lot of times into matchups like the Zed or like the Talon, you'll see the Lost Chapter picked up into the arm guard.
So Maokai comes up for this, but I'm not sure he actually wants this. Cho'Gath is coming too, and Blitzcrank can't do anything in this matchup. He's just going to walk away as they land the silence and huge amounts of damage on Kenny. Blitzcrank just can't do anything. He can't even support the gank, because if he does, he's going to get chunked down. Cavendish comes in with the, oh my goodness.
Oh, one shot.
RQW combo on a Pi Cthulhu, instantly killing him. And maybe you could give Cthulhu a little bit of credit that he's not familiar with the matchup and doesn't actually know what he needs to be doing at any given moment, but man, that's the strength of the Kha'Zix pick.
Yeah, and that's a 4-0 Kha'Zix.
And Twitch.
No.
Twitch comes in, but that's a Janna shield, healing up all of the damage Twitch just did. He has to back out and flash just to get away from this. Azure's flash and cleanse are down though, and there's no heal coming out of Janna as well, just to maximize really this.
Underestimating the impact of Axelot guy. He's still pretty far ahead in this game.
He's almost 40 CS up on this Blitzcrank, and he has his completed item. Also, that is a Manamune for Blitzcrank. That is an AD Blitzcrank we are looking at.
An AD 02 Blitzcrank, down about 40 CS. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I feel like it's a bit disrespectful, but you know, if they have, maybe they have a game plan here. Maybe they just think it's going to work for whatever they want to do. I'm also partially buying into the idea that they picked Nami and forgot they had a support, and
yeah, I
got
hope
stuck
so.
on it.
Because you have to imagine that was supposed to be a Kha'Zix jungle and a Maokai top.
Yeah, I feel like there's no way it's not, right? Like, it has to be one of those two things. This is a dive going very poorly as as Cho'Gath flashes in, tries to get the auto down, but doesn't have his ultimate up. Maybe forgot that he didn't have it anymore.
Yeah, must have forgotten.
And so
there.
instead, they just walk away with a free kill onto Janna. Twitch stealths in. He's walking around. Ryder is very low, but Pi Cthulhu is here. This looks like it's going to be a dead Kenny, and King Goldchain can't walk up. Oh, he's going to go for this. I imagine it's going to be a shockwave, but it whiffs entirely as Pi Cthulhu walks straight into a bubble. That's a 1-for-1 at the end of the day, and the X-Auto guy is still pushing in. We missed in a bit of this chaos that Cloud Genesis managed to take first tower because Pudgemeister can't do anything about it. And in the meantime, he's still shoving. It looks like AD Cuties is going to manage to take the bot tower. The mid tower just fell after Pi Cthulhu's roam. But, yeah, pops that shield, and there's just nothing he can do here.
So top lane pretty much the only thing going right for Cloud Genesis at this point.
Yeah, they really need to work around the Exile guy, give him some breathing room, make AD Cuties respond to their pressure so that he has the freedom to just shove down whatever he wants. Cavendish is picking up this blue buff. Looks like he evolved his W second, just for some more slow and utility to bring to the team. Like we were saying earlier, that Q doesn't get extra damage from the isolation when you evolve it anymore. It just gets a massively reduced cooldown. I was watching Meteos' stream the other day, and he still believes that the Q evolve is the best one because of that cooldown reduction. You can get off more isolated Qs. But perhaps Cavendish is going this because he thinks there's going to be more team fights he's going to have to participate in and isn't going to have all the chances to get those isolated claws off.
Yeah, and you also have to start to worry. This full AD comp on the side of AD Cuties is going to be itemized against.
That's true, but the Exotto guy is going for that Black Cleaver Frozen Mallet build you were talking about, so he's not going to have armor for a while. He's just sitting on the Ninja Tabi. As, uh-oh, here comes that AD Blitzcrank. He's got a Sheen. He's running in. Oh, no, and Cavendish has found Azure. Azure is gone, and the gold reset on this Blitzcrank takes down a hook and a punch for that Sivir. All right, so this is still looking pretty bad for Cloud Genesis. AD Cuties is managing to push down this top lane tower, and that's going to be all three towers going down for the team that doesn't have, that has the full AD and the AD Blitzcrank. Oh no, Exalted guy, run. He's totally down. Cavendish was even on the side to make sure that this was going to be his end.
Yeah, AD Cuties now taking the opportunity to shift their pressure up to the top side of the map as that Baron just spawned.
As the Baron spawns. Now, the good thing about AD Cuties that they have done very well in all of their games is that they have expressed a lot of early game pressure, a lot of being able to make movements around the map and try and get early leads. And that's the one thing that they have absolutely had to have in both of these games, and they've managed to do it successfully both times.
Yeah, this jungle pressure is absolutely perfect on the side of AD Cuties, just taking over the bottom half for the last play, and now shifting it up to the top half.
All right, Kha'Zix goes in and just a Q auto W deletes Janna. Gone entirely. Azure can't even leave the safety of her tower because she knows that as soon as she does, she's gone. The Exotto guy getting back into the lane with his AD Blitzcrank. Even with his one kill and his Sheen, I don't think he can take on this full Black Cleaver nor. All right, that's just going to be another free. Oh, and Cavendish flash jumps at Azure, and Azure just flashes away as well. Uh-oh, Twitch comes in. He's got the red buff. He's got the Nami slow. Just auto, auto, auto. Goodbye, Sivir. Nothing she could do.
Cavendish playing this Kha'Zix pick, kind of like a Zed pick, just waiting in the side brushes or in the jungle and hopping on whoever appears to farm waves.
Just waiting for a good opportunity to blow somebody up. And Twitch right now has had the protection that he needs. He's gotten out of that relic shield zone, not only scot-free, but well ahead of his lane opponent. And now they're sitting on an Ardent Sensor. buffing a Twitch that has an Infinity Edge in Runons at 22 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Sivir going to be doing a fair amount of damage herself with the Ardent Sensor shield, but she's just not able to stay alive with the Kha'Zix jumping on her and the Twitch ultimate.
Yeah, she's just not in a position to be able to do anything just yet. Alright, yeah, they're just going to pressure down this tier 2 in top lane. Looks like Maokai's Righteous Glory running at them. Cho'Gath is tanky, but not that tanky, as Cthulhu is taking a massive amount of damage. Gnar tries to jump into the back line, gets instantly exhausted. That's a Janna trying to run people down with really low health bars on this side. The AD Blitzcrank flank comes in from the side, but doesn't manage to land a hook on anyone.
Yeah, good hold. Oh, but Twitch is here.
Twitch tries to come in for a couple more shots. The Janna ult's going to keep everybody kind of topped off and alive for now. Well, Pi Cthulhu is super low. That is 2 autos from a Twitch from being dead. Sivir tries to get the autos down. She's trading with Twitch, but Twitch just doesn't even care. Comes in. That is a full Rage Bar Gnar. He ults him into the wall. An instant pop on Twitch. AD Blitzcrank flashes over the wall, tries to get a kill onto Cho'Gath, manages to claim it before the Sivir, or before the Gnar cleans her up. Gnar sees the Nami coming in. Nami manages to finish off Janna, but that is a Maokai Gnar. We're going to see how this goes. Maokai has a lot of damage, but this Gnar is a full black cleaver, and that is a support and a jungler. Manages to dodge out the bubble, and I think this is going to be, yeah, this is going to be a double kill for Gnar as he continues to auto these things down. Nami just doesn't have the ability to take care of it. Pi Cthulhu did manage to make it out and goes down to defend this bottom push, but in the meantime, Cavendish took down an inhib turret. He's sitting here pressuring, and Pi Cthulhu just can't walk up because it's gonna be this. Oh, too far! Right into the shockwave from Orianna. That's gotta be a little bit of hubris coming out of Cavendish there. You had to know she had it up, even if she used it in that fight. It's a short cooldown, man. Gotta know that.
Yeah, disrespecting the Orianna there. Cavendish finally gets the shutdown goal.
A little antsy all over the place, I would say. They had that tower pretty easy. All they had to do was wait for a wave, regroup, and try it again. And instead, they tried to push their advantage too far. And that is King Goldchain walking into a Gnar with a completed Frozen Mallet. Instantly dies, and this could be Baron. Baron for Cloud Genesis can turn this game around entirely. Oh my. That's... what is Kenny going to do here? Even if he flashes in, Cho'Gath has his ult up. That is easily a 1700 damage smite. Kenny tries to walk in, but Gnar's got that Frozen Mallet. He can't get away. It's a couple more autos, a couple more slows, and people are losing health bars everywhere. AD Blitzcrank pulls in Cho'Gath on the side. Cavendish makes an assassination on Janna on the backline, but that's not who he wants. Azura's coming around, manages to barely get away with a blinking health bar. Nami would love to get in on that, but nobody has an answer to Exoto guy. He's just autoing people down. He's going to go full Gnar in a minute. Lands the boulder, jumps in, and this is going to be a Gnar on a couple of people, I have to imagine, straight into the wall. Oh, he's getting CC'd down. Maybe he doesn't make it. He's going to lose Mega Gnar here in a minute, but he managed to get the stun down. Well done from AD Cuties to not let that Baron go down. I have to feel like Cloud Genesis panicked a little bit there, didn't find their grounds. And instead, they walk away with a kill, but here comes Twitch. Oh, this is going to be a double kill easily, as Twitch manages to completely take down Gnar.
Looks like Azura will be able to escape, but like you were saying, I think they could have finished the Baron with the Cho'Gath ult.
Yeah, with the Cho'Gath ultimate, I think they could have taken the Baron. Well, and you know what? One of the things that we talked about in this game was, and I think which button does it? Can't remember.
For the gold?
Which one switches? No, switches the vision.
Oh. I don't know that one.
I'm just pressing all of my keys and seeing which one's going to change it. Nope, none of these are changing it. So, that's, yeah. Nope. Alright, anyway, Cavendish jumps in on Azure, tries to go for this kill, but doesn't manage to get it as Janna manages to run up, push him away, and not let it happen. Now Azure's all the way back up to full health. That's troubling. If Cavendish
they did get Azure's flash there.
He did get a flash, that's true. But Cavendish flashed as well.
Oh, yep, flash for flash.
Flash for flash. If Cavendish can't flash for flash on the AD carry and kill them, that's going to be a problem in their team fights.
Yeah, Cho'Gath's starting to itemize towards that armor now, as we talked about, and a Gargoyle has Stoneplate. executed on the Gnar. So you have to think Cloud Genesis is going to start scaling.
They're going to start scaling. They're down 9,000 gold, but the comp from AD Cuties has a timer. And if they don't execute before that timer's up, they're going to be in trouble. Now, that being said, if they manage to get another Infernal, that's going to push that timer out a little bit further. It's going to give them some tools to be able to come in. And Ryder's nowhere near this Infernal that's spawning in 3 seconds. While AD Cuties are closing on it. They're going to be able to take it in seconds.
Yeah, they just don't have the priority on the bottom side of the map to be able to...
Oh, it's Mountain Drake. Spectator.
Yeah, there's spectator bug on that.
All right. Well, that's going to be a little bit better for them, but they are going straight over to Baron, so they'll be able to get priority here. I don't know if they're going to be able to take it down in the face of AD Cuties, but remember what we said. If they can get they can get AD Carries to walk into them, they're going to be in a much better position. There's Maokai. That's not necessarily the target they want to go in on, but they're running in at him as Maokai turns around. He's down to almost no health, but a massive shield keeps him alive. And, oh, the ultimate doesn't go off from Orianna, leaving Azure. That's a massive Gnar ultimate going off, but he doesn't manage to finish anyone, and Azure is just in the backline by himself. This is running a 1v5. That engage onto Maokai might cost them the game, as they have an open inhibitor, and they're taking down another tier 2 for AD Cuties. I don't think
Pudgemeister able to one-shot the Janna in that fight. Bluesun not able to shield anybody. Just immediately gets pulled and comboed down with that Triforce.
I don't know if they can end it here. They do have some minions, but these death timers are not very long. Janna's going to be up here, as well as Ryder. You also have to question what they went in on. They saw the Maokai was there, but they didn't have to engage that. They could have let it go and maybe picked up the Blitzcrank right after. Instead, they went in, and now this AD Blitzcrank is 5-3-2.
What is happening?
Mage Man, AD Blitzcrank is 5-3-2 in this game. 5-3-2.
We have a new meta emerging. Expect to see it at Worlds.
I don't know. I'm still relatively convinced this is a rather disrespectful pick, but...
Disrespectful or a mistake, either way, Pudgemeister 5-3-2 has the Triforce, has the mana
making it work,
and working towards a Bork.
Yeah, that means that he's super easy to pick out, and so again, you have to question their target selection. There are so many other targets. The only target you don't want to go on is Maokai, and they still decided to pick him over everybody else.
They did not lose the Baron, though. They lost 2 inhibitors, but they can still fight for this Baron.
They can certainly try, that's for
sure.
They
can try.
They need to let... The problem is that they have to have Gnar. Oh no, Janna's walking up by herself. That Janna is gonna barely save herself with an ultimate, but Gnar's gonna lose his Rage Bar. He's going to get completely ruined here. Oh, but a massive ultimate onto 3 manages to pull out. Nope, this is definitely over as Blitzcrank manages to pull Azure over the wall and 1v1 her down. Ryder goes down as well, leaving Pi Cthulhu with a flashing health bar. I have to imagine she's going to get picked up any moment here, and just the Janna to defend. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is going to be the end of the series as King Goldchain and the AD Cuties walk in and finish off the Nexus. Well, Mage Man, I don't think this is what we expected, but AD Cuties managed to play their early game so well that Cloud Genesis just couldn't get off the ground.
Yeah, the Gnar not able to snowball the game, only able to snowball his own lane, while Kha'Zix got fed, Twitch got fed.
Yeah.
And in the end, it's going to be
gonna
victory
sit,
for AD Cuties.
let the minions take over.
Just disrespect in the champion select and disrespect in the actual game itself from AD Cuties.
Yeah, completely disrespectful here. All right.
Let's take a look at these Blitzcrank damage numbers. Get a better idea.
Yeah, and let's see. I'm gonna try and pull this up, see if it'll work. We're gonna go back a few seconds. Oh, does this just break? No, it doesn't. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna see that last team fight. Can you hop in and try and find somebody for an interview?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so here's the biggest problem is that Blue Sun walks up. They want to get vision of this Baron, but Blue Sun gets a little further away from the team than she should. She's Janna, she's fast, she doesn't realize how easy it is to just get bopped by a Twitch, and so the Janna ultimate gets blown super early into the fight, and Gnar loses his rage. Maokai ult comes down and around, and while Pi Cthulhu gets a good ultimate off, Pudgemeister is just sitting on the side waiting for somebody to be available. And let's watch this in slow motion as the AD Blitzcrank turns fires, and accidentally grabs Azure as the Gnar dies. Just pops up, silences, autos, and kills, flashes the mastery.
That pool is what
for
Blitzcrank was
some
picked for.
extra
The
disrespect.
very first pick there was for that pool.
For that one pull, indeed, indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is AD Cuties taking the game. And I believe in just a moment here, we are going to have somebody coming in. Let's see who we got here. Oops. Well done from it was a good effort coming out from Cloud Genesis. I think that going into next season, this is definitely going to be a team to watch out for. They have the ability to pick a decent comp, and we have seen some bright spots of execution coming from them, but they just didn't have the ability to make anything happen early enough to really make their team take off. You know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Looks like someone is in lobby.
Yeah, it looks like I have Homu there. We're going to go ahead and move down to the interview lounge. All right, and we have one Mr. Homu with us. Good sir, what is your in-game name?
Cavendish, the Kha'Zix mid.
Ah,
The
Mr.
Kha'Zix
Kha'Zix mid.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent, sir.
Good.
How are you doing today? How do you feel?
Feeling great, actually. That was an interesting game.
Yeah, can we talk about
Bit
the
of an
picks at the end of that
experimenting.
game?
We need to
Was
talk
that
about
intentional?
the picks here first.
Yes, we were trying something new.
All right.
Kha'Zix mid.
What
And
about the
we're-
Blitzcrank top?
Pudge wanted to play Blitzcrank top because he wanted to try it.
I see.
I think
So,
that's pretty much it.
have you guys ever played this in competitive before, or scrims or anything like that? The Blitzcrank top specifically.
No, but Pudge has played it in solo queue.
All
So
right.
there's that. That's it.
Well, it definitely looked pretty bad to begin with, but
Sure, laning phase was pretty messy.
you definitely
Couldn't really do
definitely.
anything right there.
How much have you played of the Kha'Zix mid?
Oh, I played like 6 games of it in ranked.
Nice.
It's definitely a pocket pick for me. It's just when I just want to goof around.
Definitely, definitely.
Were you kind of forced onto that with all of those bans thrown your way in game 2?
Yes.
You sound very
Oriana
happy.
taking
They
about
pretty
that
much
season,
target
but-
banned me.
Yes,
There's that.
like, several bans coming your way.
Definitely, definitely. Well, definitely want to congratulate you on a great game.
Yes.
Definitely were able to put King Goldchain in a position to succeed both games, even giving up first blood in that first game. How did you feel about the games going into mid-game? Because it seemed like you guys were able to, despite any deficit you were at, just take off and assert control over the game.
That's just easy. You just stall out, ward everything, take picks. Yeah, they didn't ward that much actually. Well, they had pretty good roaming. There was a lack of wards, which kind of made it easy to just stall out and just farm without having to, without the burden of having to die every time.
I understand. Well, I want to thank you for joining us on the
Yep, congratulations.
desk here. Congratulations on your final trip. It's going to be a short one because you're definitely going to lose to
Sure.
Bamboozle for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Unbiased
No bias.
caster here.
No bias on this caster.
No
No bias. But thank you for putting up some good games. We also have with us Blue Sun. Blue Sun, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Loose on the support
Unfortunately,
of Cloud Genesis.
exactly the support for Cloud Genesis. Unfortunately, we did not get to see you succeed here today. But it's actually been quite a while since you guys have played a competitive game, right? It's been almost a month, hasn't it?
It's been about like 2 weeks, I think. And
2 weeks.
there was definitely that downtime did kind of affect our gameplay since we had a lack of practice within those 2 weeks. So it definitely did come into play here with the lack of synergy and stuff.
Definitely. And we saw that a couple of times when, obviously when you walked out a little bit at the end and the other team wasn't around you and Twitch was able to walk in. But you guys did show some really good signs of picking good comps. Your composition seemed to have a good way to win, a good way to get in, a good idea there. What was your mindset going into the final round of picks from AD Cuties? Were you in any way expecting a Blitzcrank top?
Well, when we saw the Blitzcrank, we were like, oh, okay, that's Blitzcrank support. And our ADC was like, well, that's kind of scary. I can't really pick a hyper carry into that. And then we saw the Maokai and Kha'Zix, and we're just thinking, oh, okay, so they're going to flex Maokai top. But then they didn't switch, so we just thought, like, someone lagged out on their team that needed to switch. But then we also saw the Nami, and we're like, oh, where's the Blitzcrank going to go? And we thought it was going to be mid.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw it top, and we're like, okay, this is interesting. So we put a lot of faith into our top laner to probably snowball that lane, which he did pretty well on that. And I don't know, it was just really unexpected by us, but I think we handled it well during laning phase.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like Blitzcrank Blitzcrank's team definitely succeeded in spite of him rather than because of him. But I want to congratulate both you guys on a good series. We will be seeing AD Cuties hopefully next week. Maybe in the next few days to complete their finals against Bamboozle. Thank you, everybody who's been tuning into the show. We'll hope to see you during finals. That one's going to be a best of 5, so it's going to be a bit longer. Get your coffee, get ready. We're going to have a great time.
Yeah, and as a reminder, both teams, by making it to semifinals, have qualified automatically for the Onyx League next season, which will be the top 6 teams from this season.
Yep, indeed. Definitely forgot about that. Thank you, guys. Have a great day, and thanks for watching Phoenix League.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Yeah, good night.
See ya. Thank you, guys.